apologies for being late. It is not like me, but it was my fault. I usually get to blame it on my wife, but it was me today. Thank you for waiting, and I'm sorry to be the reason why you are waiting. To say we're excited is an understatement. To say that this is a miracle that we're even getting to play here, we understand that, we know from a lot of things. So I think we owe a lot of thanks to the University of Nebraska for opening their doors. I know this is something that isn't common, so my hope is that it goes really well for them. So maybe it might become something that's a little more common, because anybody that plays music needs to play in front of this crowd. We were lucky enough to play in front of this crowd on the comeback tour at the arena, to go down to Omaha, and we're lucky enough to play to about the same number. It might have been the exact same people. They were fantastic. So I'm sure you guys know it better than me, how many people are coming here. This is one of those cities, though, that, one of those states that, like, let's take Nashville, for example. When you put a show on sale for Nashville, as much as 35, 45, maybe even 50% of the crowd is from out of state. Here, you're going to draw from Iowa, you're probably going to draw Dakotas, maybe a little bit from Kansas, but I'm going to guess 90% of them are from here. These people know their country music inside and out. It is a sheer joy to get to play here, to play to this iconic stadium. Are you kidding me? I mean, I grew up in the Big Eight. So every year the Big Eight was culminated by the University of Oklahoma and the University of Nebraska playing football. It's what you planned your whole Thanksgiving around. You did everything around. So this stadium is very iconic for me as a child who, if you're a sports fan, you never grow up. And as much as you guys might have been the enemy to the state of Oklahoma, that man right there was respected above any uniform. That's very rare. Doesn't happen. So I think he's another reason why we're here. I think another reason why we were lucky enough to get the okay to come play here. So very thankful, very grateful. And then, of course, the thing that we'll talk about most when we get up here is in the times that we're playing. So very grateful to get to be playing this. I think if we do our best as people, state law, stadium law, tour rules, if we do our best as people, people can come here, hopefully have the time of their life, the best time of their life, and be out safely. So that's the goal. These press conferences get kind of personal. Because unless you have something for me to say, any statements off the top, you good?
Off the top, I'd just like you to talk about the dive bar shows sometime.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay,
We'll get there. Thank you. And then, so if we've got nothing else, then what we would like to do is it's much more fun to talk with you than at you. So if you do ask a question, we start to have a conversation. I'd love to know who I'm talking to, if you don't mind. Yes, sir.
Pat Sanjamino with Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hey, Pat.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Can you take us through the process of how it got here, how the concert came to be?
Yeah. I want to play Lincoln. No. Okay.
But this stadium is...
Yeah. I want to play Lincoln. No. Okay. So I call up. I'm lucky enough to have that man's number. So I call him up and go, hey, they're not going to let us play. So can you just tell me what the rules and regulations are? He goes, Garth, they've never let anybody play here. He goes, I don't know the last time they had somebody here. Might have been Farm Aid. I don't know. And I said, okay, that's all I need to know. He goes, you need some help? I said, no. That's all I need to know. So we wrote it off with another city, Tulsa. AD doesn't let anybody get on there either. Here, probably about 150,000 people on the comeback tour. Tulsa, 150,000 people on the comeback tour. So I lost two really great markets. Next thing I know, Ben Farrell, the promoter, calls me and says, hey, Lincoln's thinking about doing this. Right? So your guess is as good as mine. But I did get an email from a certain someone going, hey, I hear you're playing. I think this is how he works. So again, even on top of the University of Nebraska and my love and worship for them, of hoping this turns out good for them, I really hope it turns out good for them. for his sake as well.
You've mastered the art of the stadium concert. Would this have worked without beer?
Does it work without beer?
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, would it be economically?
If you're asking me, I've never tried it, but I've never tried well without it. But are you talking about the Krauts? They sell beer here?
They've never sold beer.
Are they going to?
Yes.
Well, then again, here's that thing where you're really relying on the people that come see Garth Brooks. I'm really relying on these people that are sitting in these seats to come here, sell beer, have a great time, do what we do, what goes under the radar for us. And Kim, forgive me for publicizing this. We set beer records everywhere we go. It's just what we've done since we played honky tonks, arenas. We just do. So I'm hoping they set a beer record, and I'm hoping that the men and women that are in blue here have the most boring night of their life. And I hope everybody gets loud, has fun, and goes home, and everything's good.
But this wasn't one of the stipulations to play in the stadium.
To have beer?
Yeah.
No, I think to have a Garth Brooks concert and not sell beer, that's probably the stipulation to beer, right? But no, we didn't have anything with selling beer in here. And I would be shocked if we're taking any part of the beer revenue with us at all. Thank you. When we talk about this, first of all, Nebraska is its own kind of place, if I may be as bold to say that. We've done now 6 cities since the pandemic, and I have yet to answer one question about music or answer one question about beer till now. Everything's about the pandemic. So we're going to do the best. You want to chime in on that, or is there something that we can cover while you're... So we're going to do our best to do it. What the future is, we launched this in Vegas not knowing anything about a second wave. Nothing. We were thinking the first wave, hopefully, is on our backs. We can move through. Now the second wave's here. Now the responsibility that you must show, as much as I don't want to, because I'm an entertainer, so responsibility has never been in my DNA. It's not a joke. It just doesn't. There are people that handle responsibility. I get to play. I get to have fun. I get to sing. I get to watch you sing. But now it's in our lap. So we've got a 3-week window after this show Saturday. In there, we will make the decision of the rest of 2021. And past there, I don't know what you see. And it might not be all of 2021, but it'll definitely be the next, the fall, to try and figure out what they're doing. Watching professional football, they're moving forward. I'm not sure what your collegiate things are doing, but if they're moving forward, then I think the collegiate stadiums that we've been lucky enough to play are larger than the professional football stadiums. So it'll be interesting to watch that. So we'll make that announcement. What's cool about it for me is I'm lucky enough to be simultaneously running a stadium tour and a dive bar tour. Now, the thing about the dive bars that I love, when people go, that can't be good because everybody's all crammed in. No. What's great about the dive bars is you can verify vaccines. Stadiums, if they want to do it for stadiums, good luck. I don't know how you're going to do it at 60, 70, 80,000 people. Dive bar, 900 people. They've all got their cards. That's how they get their tickets through their local country radio station. Nothing's for sale. So at any point you can pull, if anybody doesn't have their vaccination cards, whatever. It's probably 1,000 times more safer than any other gig that we've done in the pandemic so far. So dive bar is very much alive and well. Love those. It's a good way to be a partner to your country radio stations. And during this pandemic, our country radio stations need all the partners they can because live music's kind of been pushed out. So fired up about dive bars. We'll make some announcements of those, but we probably need to get this bigger responsibility announcement out first on what we're going to do with the rest of the year. Yes, ma'am.
Camry Sill from 1011.
Kim? Camry. How are you doing, Miss Camry?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great, thank you.
Good. What needs to happen here in Lincoln to make the capital city your favorite stop?
Oh, singing, Camry. Singing. We're going to start with a new song because that's when you can play new stuff. I go to concerts, okay? So if you're an artist, you're a fan first. And I don't know about you guys, but nothing will piss me off more than going to my favorite guy and hear a whole new album that I don't know yet, right? Where's the old stuff? That's what I came here for. So if you're going to play new stuff, stick it up at the very top because everybody's excited. We get started, right? And I'm still amazed how much they know the new stuff. But then the second song, whichever one it's going to be, you're going to pull out of that list of songs. You're going to watch and you're going to listen. And by the second line, I'll tell you what kind of night we're going to have. And if they are where I hope they are, the laziest guy on the planet just gets to sit all night long. I'll start, you'll finish. I'll start, you'll finish. I'm going to work you like a rented mule, Camry. It's going to be great. If they're not where I need them to, then my job is by the second line of the third song, you're where I need you to be. So you'll see. You'll get out there and we'll see how it goes. My thing is just from why we are here is because we have been here before. So my guess is this is going to be pretty stupid fun right here. And the fat guy won't have to do anything. I'll just be around. Now, it is a 360 stage, so you're going to see me sweating like a hog out there, and just because you're trying to get everybody you can, and that makes it a little harder on an old guy like me, but it sure makes it a lot more fun for everybody in the seats too, hopefully. Yes, ma'am.
Megan Conway, Chamberlain.
Hi, Miss Megan.
Hi. Yeah, I know you're not going not doing anything. I saw you on the comeback tour, and
Yes, ma'am.
it was your last show. You did 5 that weekend, and after 5 shows, the amount of energy that you had running across the stage, it was incredible. That performer in you, how do you bring that to every single show after something?
That's sweet. No, you said last show. That's a dead giveaway. You ever have horses? Okay, so my horses always smell the barn, right? So they're much better on the trip back to the barn than they have been the whole ride. So when it's your last night, you realize tomorrow I'm going to eat a record amount of pizzas. I'm just going to have it. And so what you do is you give everything you got left. But what you always find out is the more you give them, the more they give you. And it just becomes this cycle. So it's pretty cool. Last shows are always fun. That's what's kind of fun, and everything that is a blessing is a curse, and everything is a curse is a blessing. When you only get one shot at a city, the pressure of making that amazing, but at the same time, the joy and the enthusiasm of it being opening night and the last show all on the same night gives you a potential to hopefully hit a run where they go, hey, I saw him in the arena show. That was cool, but damn, the stadium show, that's what you want. Because as guys in here, we don't want to say size matters. Trust me. Having that many people sing the river back to you